Hello. Hello. There we are. You should be now. How's everybody doing? I do hear, or I see that my microphone is doing it, so please tell me that is true. That would be great if that is the case. Hello. So today we are going to talk about the Vampire Knitting Club book 4 and 5. Where is my... There? 5. 5. That is the plan. So I would suggest to talk about 4 first, spoiler free. Then talk about 5, spoiler free. And then do 4 with spoilers and then do 5 with spoilers like we did last time. I do think that might be helpful if people haven't read the last book yet. I just finished half an hour ago, so I should be still remembering what's happening. Hello, Lina. How you doing? How you doing? I finished it and managed to have a nap. Oh, that is great. I unfortunately did not. I was not able to get a nap in. The building here took longer. So I only had 2.5 hours. And I needed 2 hours to finish the book. So I did not have a nap. Because I usually set up half an hour before the live stream. So that was a tiny bit unfortunate. Hello, Jess. How you're doing? Hello. Hello, Kate. How you're doing? Welcome, Mim. Welcome, Larissa. Hope your day is a good one. I didn't notice Nyx has a little bow before. Oh, no, me neither. Maybe that is for Christmas, though. Maybe they gave Nyx the bow for Christmas. It was very funny to read A Christmas Story in February. Or actually, it was this week for me, so it was March for me. And I would have loved that in December, but honestly, I still adored it today now. So I think we're fine. It was fine by me, but I don't know if I would have loved it more in December. Maybe, but it was still good to me. Like, I still enjoyed it. So let me know what you guys thought. We're first going to talk about book 4, which is the book with the Christmas market in it, where the vampires has to knit loads of stockings because they're selling out very fast. And then with the girl with the soap stall. So hopefully that jogs your memory if it is necessary. Let me know if you like that book or not. I haven't rated it yet. But it is just gonna be at least 4 stars, maybe 5 again. I just really enjoyed it. I think that book was so much fun. I really enjoyed the plot. I loved the Christmas stalls and everything. I loved the book thing. That was very important, obviously. So yeah, I overall enjoyed it very, very much. I know the stocking is not a Christmas. I feel this so bad. I have been wanting to knit a stocking for 2 years now. So when I was reading this, that whole can opened up again, obviously. So I kind of wanted to knit a Christmas stocking. I don't think you can find one in the store now. Maybe if you've read it in January, they would be on sale and we would all be fine. But it was really cute. But hopefully I can knit a Christmas stocking this year. My current favorite ambience is still Christmas jazz, so it fits right in for me. Then that's perfect. I'm glad. I was anxious about it, that people might not enjoy it because Christmas has been gone. I love that. Kept going around the series of who I thought it would be and still didn't get it. Oh, I love that. I had that with fifth book. And I find that so funny because I love these books. We've talked about 4 of them. Or 3 of them now. I love them. But I would not say that they're the best written mystery books or the most new ideas has the most new ideas or the most unpredictable. However, I did not get the one in 5. So that was very funny to me. Because I would not have guessed. Normally I am quite good with mystery books in general and this series too. And I don't mind with this series. It is just comfort to me. I just love the characters so much. And all the silly things that happening. And I'm here for vibes. But the 5th was actually a real mystery to me, so that was fun. Love bonus sales 5 stars for this. I am also a bit feeling I was like, it has to be at least 4 stars. But I can't really think of a reason to not give them, like, I can't really think of a flaw. I enjoyed them so much. Like, obviously, I don't know. I don't know. Are these the best books written ever? No. Do I enjoy them too roughly? Yes. Do they comfort me every single time I pick them up? Also, yes. So, I was in really slum, and now I've read them. And I'm way more excited about reading again, so, yeah. Yes, it's Gemma, and I loved her too. I really hope we see more of Gemma as a new friend more often. I really hope so. I really dig her character too. I think it was my face before. I liked how much sneaking around and physically was doing it. Yeah. Without spoilers. The scene in the hotel room with Rafe. That is probably my favorite. That was so funny to me. His whole attitude, her attitude, like, that was it. That was really working for me there. Just for me to say hi and have fun with the book discussion. Thank you, Avka. It is spoiler free, so it is safe for you for now, if you want to. I have been to craft fairs, but no Christmas markets I've seen by me, so it was fun to see. I have actually been a seller in Christmas market that has those stalls. So it was, and it is very true. Like, neighbors do actually help each other out. So, yeah, that was just really cute. And I love standing on the Christmas market. So, yeah, maybe that's also why I loved it so much. Because it's reminiscent for me, of things that I used to do and I really, really enjoyed. Sam got 4... But 5 was a surprise. Yeah. 5 was a surprise to me. I was suspicious of Gem at first, but then yeah, fair enough. If a new character joins the group, they're immediately sus, right? If a new character is added, they're either gonna be the victim or the killer. Like, there is no choice. Almost. So yeah, I think that's fair to be sus of anybody new. Yeah, I stopped reading books because I don't know, they're just fun. Yeah, that is it for me too, but I kind of have to fill it out in Goodreads. So otherwise I would probably not read them. I figured out both. Fair. Fair enough, Jess. I think that, yeah. These books are definitely definitely figure yeah. I don't think she's even trying to be not. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's trying for the readers to not be able to figure it out, if I'm honest. But I did not see it coming for 5, which was a new surprise to me. So I hope it happens to you too. Maybe 6. Also starting to miss the tea shop ladies. They haven't been around. That's what I was thinking about too. Like, we really need to see the tea shop ladies, because in another book they all wanted to sell the shop and retire. And that obviously didn't happen because of a lot of other shit. And now I was like, how is that going? Are the ladies still going? Are they looking for other options for retirement? Like, how are they faring with the shop? It has to be hard. So I was kind of curious about that too. I really, really enjoyed the ambience of this. I really enjoyed the Christmas market. I really enjoyed the vampires getting up to mischief, planning so much, and then, fully committing to the whole Christmas market. I think that was adorable. And then we have the whole dating thing. I guess they've had their murder quota. Yeah, fair enough. Like, if I'm done, I would not be happy to deal with it. I so agree with the few good 5s. I mean, I've not been doing too well recently, but I read half of book 5 curled up on my granddad's sofa and half of it in bed today, and it was exactly when, yeah, I feel this. The reason why I had to still listen to it today was because this week has been so busy. It is horrendously busy on work. I took an extra shift, so instead of 3 days I worked 4, and then on top of that I still had to work 3.5 hours overtime this week. It is crazy, and I could not for the life of me put on Greenwald. I don't know. It wasn't working. I just could not handle it. And and I was at a time crunch. I was like, I really, really need to start the vampire knitting audiobooks now. And they flew by. I loved it. I was immediately back to listening to audiobooks. Yeah. So they did a lot for me too. They're really, really beginning my comfort reads. So. And I'm a bit sad that I have to pace them out so much. But also I think that's a good thing, because I would have flown by them all. And then I would not have nothing left for a long time. So I think it's good we're pacing them out. And I would not have been able to do that by myself otherwise. I like seeing more of the vampire in book 4. We got to see a lot of different fanfiction. Yes. I really enjoyed that too. I think they got more distinct as well. And I do really like that it is not always Rafe who gets the most attention anymore, or the biggest part, or the most important role. Like, I don't know how to say it. Would be a bit of a bummer to have an actual murder in a Christmas themed book like this. Yeah, well, there was one. There was a murder. We obviously had to find a body somewhere. They came across like guilty little kids confessing something to their mom, and they told Lucy about the murder. Yeah, that was the cutest thing. And then her being furious. And she was like, yeah, well, honestly, I'm just glad they have something on their hands. Tell me what to do, I'll do it. And I think that was adorable too. She really wanted them to have fun. And, just go with it, even though she was furious about doing it behind her back. And then I love all her concerns about vampires being in, around so many people. Yeah, and then I think that is also fair. But then on the other hand, most of them are around a lot of people all the time. So that was also a bit unnecessary and cute. This series has also hit on my two of my very specific interests, and so I'm excited to see what else they cover. Yeah, me too. I'm very, very interested in this. I love seeing Sylvia. Yes, yeah. I would not mind giving Sylvia a bigger role in one of the books too. That would be fun. Yeah, I would like to know more about her. I think she's very powerful, but she's not letting on too much. If that makes sense. Mabel Claire was so sweet looking after Gemma. Yes, it was adorable. No, where, Grandma? Oh, she's on. I can totally see them do it. Oh, and then the whole squeezing the hand thing and how they brought that. Yeah, I think it was adorable. Then they call her honorary grandma or something. Yeah, that was so cute. And she said, "Okay, I'll sign up for a stand." They replied, "Yeah, you did." Where do I have to go? That was it. She was like, "Yeah, tomorrow." And she was like, "Were you gonna tell me or what?" Like, it's tomorrow, guys. Yeah, but it was never the right time. I want a Sylvia spin-off book. Yes. Oh, I would love that. I would love a Sylvia spin-off book. Absolutely. Same as the teen. I would love a spin-off of the teen vampire. Yes. Same. Yeah, I think they all are great for their own reasons. And I think with every book they're getting more specific, more their own character, and I'm really enjoying it. And I really like that it was about books, although the name of the author was very clearly taken from real life inspiration. But that was funny to me, honestly. But I really enjoyed that it was about a Christmas market and books. Like, that is, some of my favorite things. So I also always buy handmade soaps on the Christmas market, so I think that is fun to me. And actually, both of the books are now involving a college down the street more, which could also be fun and scary at the same time. Yeah, yeah. It was Theo, and he does like Lucy's blood type. That's why she was actually, getting a bit of anxiety from the job. But they were out of great blood types, so there was only O negative left, and he does not like O negative. And he said to Lucy, "Well, hello, Miss A plus." Or AB, something like that. And Lucy obviously got the shiver. That was funny. Yeah, that was funny to me too. But to be fair, I would have been scared too. Well, let's put on the fifth book. We can talk about that for a bit. Brave make me laugh too. Do you want picking up? I have my own car. So... Yes, I've seen you drive. Yeah. And then her admitting that she would have loved to be picked up, but was too feminist to do so. And I really enjoyed that. But then obviously not against Rafe, right? But Alfred. I'll figure out or something. Yeah, Alfred is the butler, right, of Rafe. Or the Jeb's bro. Yeah. I do like the Jebs in general. Like, yeah. I saw a review calling Rafe a Gary Stew or something, and it was like, well, excuse you, but who is Gary Stew? Gary Stew. Oh, I don't. Yeah, it is a fictional character who are perfect, and that makes it boring. Yeah, I don't think he's perfect. And I think he's sassy, and I love him. And Mary Sue, maybe. Yeah, but I also would not have known what a Mary Sue was instead if I didn't Google, so. But it is the male version of a Mary Sue. Like a generic, yeah. I kind of hate both expressions. I didn't know both of them. But yeah, I would not. Is it a typical good-looking brooding man? Absolutely. Yes, but he's also sassy and a vampire, so you know. And then we have Officer Ian Chisholm. I'm very curious to see how they solve the whole mess from book 5. My trust would have been a bit, you know, off. After that, well, I think Rafe is overbearing, but I also think he knows it. And he knows he gets away with it, so does it anyway. And that makes him more sassy than overbearing, so I'm fine with it. If that makes sense. But I do think he's overbearing. Obviously, that can also be because of the, you know, his age. And the age he actually lived. Like. I like how Lucy was so English to Scarlet and Race at the point. Yeah, like, yeah, I have no clue who she's falling for. Yeah, that. Well, I know. I got a suspicion there. It was cute. You didn't like the 5th book. What did you didn't like, Clarissa? What didn't you like about it? Was it too much drama? Because I can see that. It actually made me think of If We Were Villains, but then funny. Well, the last line of the book 5 had me gasping my feet. I was like, don't do this. No. Just... no. Like maybe not. It's gonna be such a mess. I do think if you were gonna do it, and it was obviously gonna happen at some point, this would be a right time to do it, since Ian Chisholm did stupid stuff that they had to work out together anyway. So, but I'm not sure if I like it. But I am also still not convinced which man she should choose. So, you know, that can be part of it. Let's she's so busy worrying about other people, and she's just like, "Well, Scarlett is nice." Yes, Scarlett was very nice, wasn't she? Yeah, honestly, kind of relatable. Joop, zou je misschien de droger even uit kunnen zetten? Oh, I love that play. Oh, but that is funny though. That is good. That I think if you like the play, it makes the book even more immersive. I love If We Were Villains. I hate If We Were Villains. I have a deep hatred of the book because I guessed the ending in the first chapter. I think it was the first page. And everybody was like, no, it's so unpredictable. So I kept reading to find out what really weird plot twists we're getting, and it was none. You can see in the first chapter who is it? Who is the villain? What has happened? And who has done it? And yeah, I am very salty about that book. I'm sorry. How many books are in the series, or how long are we dragging out this love triangle? Yeah, it's gonna be a long time, I figure, because I think it's 20 plus books. The vampire knitting club. How many books? Includes 15 main books. Include a prequel, Tangles and Treasons, that I have read. And a holiday special, Cat Paws and Curses. So we're gonna read that in December. The series considered finished for now at 15 books with some additional content. So we're at 13. A bit too much drama and chaos for me. Yeah, fair enough. I also didn't like the one where we're making a potion. So didn't root for anyone this time. Also didn't like the murder mystery. Yeah, fair. I think she needs more time being confident by herself before she gets a man. Yeah, that would be my suggestion too. But I don't think that is gonna happen in the books, if I'm honest. We're definitely getting in relationship territory, I feel like. I love the connection with Nyx, with a spell popping in her head and a smell of tuna. Oh, I really, really enjoyed that one too. Yes, absolutely. I think that was really nice. And then Nyx was so proud. And also, having a panic attack in the store. I'm really curious to see where that bond brings them further. I think there is a lot more to learn there. And yeah, I'm very intrigued by it. I also can tell when people are flirting, so I'm right there. Yeah, right? What? As soon as they said A Midsummer's Night Dream, I knew it was going to be messy. Yeah. Absolutely. Same, Alina. Yeah. Still need to read If We Were Villains. Had it on my shelves for ages. Yeah, I would not recommend. Saying this without trying to be any trying to say it without soul and not my own judgment. The book is very dramatic, though. It is about dramatic stuff with colleague students as well. So, and I think that was even more dramatic than this book. So you might want to be in the right headspace to try it out. I don't love the spike in the coffee thing. I guess it had to happen somehow, but it felt a little, you're not supposed to say on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a very traditional college frat thing to make a mess in movies and books and stuff. The most stupid place to do that as well. Too many peeps to look at. Yeah. Like someone could have taken a potion, dramatically poured it in for log and offered it to everyone, or something that was a little close to consent. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. They were typical characters in that way at first. At the rate we're going, we can pretty much finish it by the end of the year. Yes. Yes, I would like that. I like Ian and Rafe as characters, but I don't like either of them with Lucy. Yeah, that is kind of what I'm feeling as well. I would like somebody who Lucy can be honest with and is the same age range and has the same kind of future. I'm really sick of the nasty witch lady. Yeah. Yeah. Like I can see her coming to trust her cousin because they work together, but why does she keeps going back to that nasty lady? Yeah, because that nasty lady is the most powerful one there is that is willing to help. And they need her knowledge. I don't really like her either. I did like her the first time we saw because I really wanted a bad witch in it. But I think, we had that now. The role is gone. I don't know what is more, in it for her, if I'm honest. And I've got the time I've been and really liked the books. They were a bit cozy about crocheting, but yes, they were very dramatic. Yes. Yes. And we're still spoiler free. The audiobook is really good if you're not into drama Shakespeare. I think it would help. Thanks, I will see if I can get it somewhere. Yeah. I think I have either listened to it on Storytel or Everend. Because I also listen to the audiobook. Grandma keeps her in check though. Go, Grandma. Yeah, I love Grandma. Granny is great. That is one of the best characters. I'm very skeptical still about the niece. I still don't trust her, if I'm honest. Ian really neglected Lucy in this one. Work will always be more important than Lucy. Feel like, yeah, I think so. And he's being honest about that too, so. Lucy knows it. That is her choice to make. Obviously, he does have important work. It's just, I don't know. For me, it is like she cannot be honest with him. And I feel like you should be able to be honest about yourself in a relationship. I think that is the most important thing to me personally. I also hope she might meet someone she can be honest and happy with. Yeah. Also, it would be amazing if people stop dying around her and she doesn't need to find a new assistant after that. Yeah, well, there are 10 more books to go. We will see. I still suspect a few deaths. Got to go for dinner, but I'll try and be quick. My granddad is here, so not sure. If you're not still here, I say 4 stars book 4 and 3 stars book 3. All right. Have a nice dinner, Alina. Thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you later on. He will always prefer us. Yeah, I think so. I don't think that is gonna change. I also don't think he is pretending to change. Like, he is very clear about that is his priority. Rave is also not a good fit for. Yeah, yeah. At first, I was really hoping that she could tell Ian everything, and then he would have my preference, because I don't like I like Rave. I like Rave as a character a lot, and I do like their sassiness together, but I don't want them to be a couple. I don't think it's a great match. Even though I would love it for Rave. Specifically, if you read the prequel, Treason and something, that is about Rave, and that is explaining a lot why he loves Lucy. So for Rave's sakes, I would say yes, go for it. But for Lucy's sakes, no. So yeah. Shall we go into a bit of spoilers, maybe? I find Rave a bit too overbearing at that. Yeah, very much. he kind of is a control freak to me. I also think that is a very empowered relationship. Like, one is way more powerful than the other, and that would cause issues for me. I would love to see Raven also read the yeah, and the prequel does make it a bit more tolerable. Oh, that is true. You accidentally read the other book, right? And now you know who she wins of it, so it's all extra tedious for me. Oh, that is extremely tedious. Oh yeah, I'm afraid it's gonna be a while still, Jess. I feel like the series is kind of banking on that one. How do we feel about going spoilers? I don't know if there is a lot to say spoiler free still, so. Oh no, that's yeah. That does suck. And I'm glad you reminded me, because I was considering trying out another series from Nancy Warren. And I have seen that. So I think if you would not have reminded me now, I might have tried that series in the next couple of weeks as well. So. Also kind of sucks because it follows her friend from Boston, so every book I'm waiting for to text her or something. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. And we haven't seen the friend from Boston in a long while, haven't we? That's not Gemma, right? It's the other one that was talked about in the start of the series. Yeah, it might be smart. The overall consensus is also that this is her best series. And I definitely didn't enjoy the Witch's Baking Show as much as this one, which is very weird because that should have been my vibes completely, but... So don't read the Vampire Book Club series yet. No, it's... I don't think it's the Book Club series. I think that one is still safe to try, and I'm wanting to. It's the Vampire Knitting Club with a different cover. They're both called the Vampire Knitting Club. Yeah. But that's just the Vampire Knitting Club Cornwall. This one is the one that just tried. For obvious reasons, because it's basically exactly the same, except it says Cornwall. And this is about her friend in Boston. This is the one that's spoiled, but there's only one book. Or there is only one book on my audiobook service, so I'm not sure if there are more out, because it has been 2 years since that book came out. Yeah, the Cornwall one, I think. Don't read that one. Yeah, that is the one. It has the exact same title, but it says Cornwall. Yeah, the other Town Knitting Vampire Club. That is the one that spoils stuff. All these series are confusing. Yeah, I think it's because she had great success with this one. But, how many books can you write about the Vampire Knitting Club? If we're completely honest. And she's already 15 books in. So I think she tried different series with the same vibes. So there is a Baking Witches one, which I didn't vibe with. And then there is a Vampire Book Club one that I'm, very curious about. And then there is this Vampire Knitting Club one in Cornwall that is about her friend. So that is the one that actually spoils a lot of the Vampire Knitting book. This series that we're reading. So let's move back to book 4 for a bit. And I'm going to put the spoiler tags in. So if you haven't read the book, this is your time to go. We're obviously talking about spoilers right now. So yeah, please feel free to come back when you actually have read the books. But we're gonna talk all about the plot and who've done it and the whole shebang. So I think that was, yeah. Don't stay here if you haven't read the book. We're just talking about book 4 now. So if you haven't read book 5 yet, it's still gonna be fine. But book 4, this is your time to go. So I really enjoyed it. I really liked the whole stealing books from each other or stealing manuscripts and, sending out the books that you didn't write plot. I think that was very intriguing. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that We had a few almost deaths and only one murder. I think that was fun too. Like, it felt a bit different because of that. I really love the Christmas market and the festive atmosphere. Yeah, me too. I really love the Christmas stockings. I've been wanting to make knitted Christmas stockings for 2 years now. So obviously, I want that again now. I really, really like that the vampires just signed up for the market and told Lucy the day before she actually had to do something. But they were so happy about it. They were, so all in on the project, and I really loved their dedication. And I loved how, Lucy ended up helping a lot because she enjoyed it so much too. And they were very protective of her, when she had to walk with the money and stuff. And I really like that you saw a lot more of the vampires, not just Rave. You just got to see more of them. And I really enjoyed that part as well. Also, a lot of research they did to find out who wrote the book. Yeah. And I love that she decided to break in the hotel of her friend. Then she asked Rave because he apparently can open any lock. And he's like, yeah, I can, but so can you, so you do it. And then him making snarky comments about breaking in. While they're breaking in. And, she's being sensible about her friend's private stuff. But he was like, yeah, you just broke into a room. So maybe you should have thought of that beforehand. Like, how are you going to find stuff otherwise? I'm glad Gemma was a good person, didn't I? Yeah, me too. I really love this storytelling because I think Lucy needs a friend. And I really hope Gemma can be that friend and we will see her more often. I think Gemma's a really nice person. So, and I was really digging their friendship actually. And I really like that Gemma went there just to do her own research and see if she could clear her father's name. Also, I love the vampires got competitive to make the most. Oh, that was so funny. That was really funny to me. Obviously, the team started it again, or it started to motivate the teen, and it got its whole own life. It became a whole thing, and I do love that. The arm wrestle over the last stocking, that was very cute, and she was like, yeah, well, we'll make you another one, here you go. And I was like, yeah, that is easily said with, so many vampires knitting for you every single night. On supernatural speed, I might add. But yeah, it was really cute. I think the whole stocking combination with soap was also really cute. She was helping out the neighbor, but then in the meantime say, oh, well, over there they got stockings to put it in if you want to have it for a gift. And, she's telling on her, but like, if you still need gifts, there are very nice soaps there to put in there. I think it overall was just really, really nicely done. It truly felt in the spirit of a Christmas market to me. Oh, the right, that was the one where she kept dropping and forgetting important things. I don't know. I like that Ray was like, oh, this is my actual specialty, though I can help. Yeah, like this is actually what I've been training for years now, thank you. This I can do. You don't need me for my vampire powers, but my actual interest, thank you. Yeah, and I love that he was so enthusiastic and immediately got into it. Like, if I get this, I can figure it out. No problem. I love it that they found each other and became friends. Yeah, I really, really like Gemma, so I hope we see her some more. I am really sad that, or is that, no, that was in this book, right? That, Maria's already going to Egypt, so that is sad. Like, the whole reason she saw the attack was because she left the money. Oh, yeah. Yes, that is this one. Absolutely. She left the money in the stall. And I also really like that Lucy, obviously saw the victim, but only figured out who did it when she saw that same man walking through the stalls again. And that is when it clicked, like, this is too familiar. You have the exact same height and the way you walk, so it's him. And I really liked that was how she figured it out instead of the sleuthing this time. I felt that was a bit different, and I enjoyed it. I also like that she was in real danger because of the sleuthing. They tried to run her over. Obviously, Nyx prevented that by helping her out in her mind. But I liked that there was real danger to Lucy for once. I got really close to the end, and I was like, no, that's not it. me too. Like, that's too obviously. Had to be the other dude. Had to be the other guy. Loved it that Ian and Rafe walked by to see what the height was. Yeah, yeah, that whole thing was funny. Yeah. And I actually loved that they were working more together. I really enjoyed that. But obviously that is gonna go away now again. Yeah, she was very unlucky and luck at the same time. It's a bit her thing. Yeah, it is her thing. I felt a bit bad when Ian was so angry and he said, like, yeah, why is everybody dying around you? Like, why are you always involved? It was like, yeah, it's not that she wants it. It's not that she can help it. She's not doing it. She's not actively hurting people. She just keeps finding them. And then she does stick her nose in everything. Yeah, that is her thing. That is her decision. But she can't help finding those people. Like, men can only be two heights. Yeah. Yeah, but you had to figure it out somehow, right? Like, is it bigger than this or not? Is it bigger than this or not? Is it smaller? Yes. Yeah, I like that. I honestly like that it was, Nyx getting involved. I think that proves their bond. And I also think it shows that there is a lot more between the bond of a witch and a familiar that we haven't explored yet. And I'm very, very eager to explore that. We have been talking about Nyx's power and how we expect there is way more than we have seen. And I think this is the first time that we actually got to see how powerful Nyx can be. I think this is, yeah. This is the start of a very interesting part about Nyx, I hope. I really hope we could find out more about the powers of a familiar, because apparently Nyx is very strong. This was really cute. Lucy and Ian got like Christmas presents for each other. Yeah, that was cute. I didn't really like the kiss. I was like, all right, here we go. I guess we, if it's gonna happen somehow, fine, then let it be him. But now, in book 5, they kind of fucked it up again already, so. We need more Nyx. Yes. Yes, I would need more Nyx. I really enjoy Nyx. But I feel like there's so much mystery still there that we haven't explored. And we could. I love that the familiar bond gets better at every book. Yes. Yeah. And I feel like while the bond is getting better, we get to know more. And I enjoy that. I am a bit upset. I am still working on the Stichwitch project from January, February. I had it in the car for a while so I could do it in work, but that didn't really work. And then I got it home, but I put it next to the computer because then I could do it on sprints here. And then I couldn't do sprints for 2 weeks. So now I'm still working on this project bag that is getting way too big. And I'm quite done with it. Because we already have a new project now this next 2 months. So yeah, that's why I'm crocheting while doing this live show, because I really want to get this done now and get it over with. These next months we're gonna make stuffies, which is also one that I'm not particularly interested in. I'm just doing it for you guys because you guys love it. I think it's a great way to learn to crochet, and there are patterns that I want to make. So I was like, yeah, well, fine, we'll do it. But yeah, that I kind of want to finish this first before we go into the stuffy making. I do feel like in these books there is less. Oh, maybe that is not true. I was like, maybe there is less knitting and crocheting, but then they made this whole stocking thing. And then we were talking about knitting classes in the 5th book. And is the Lucy Knitting Squares, is that also in the 5th book? So maybe there is not less knitting. There is definitely less crocheting, because we only had one book that was really talking about crochet. So need to continue the project bag. I'm making a blaze stuffy for my niece and the Easter egg blanket as well. Yeah. I have been working on my sweaters, if I'm honest. And then I keep forgetting about this. That's why it isn't done. It could have been done. But also, if I would have done it like half the size, it would still have been extremely decent size project bag. I still probably would have fitted a sweater. And it would probably be done by now. So, yeah, this is also just too big and unmotivating by now. I think that is my problem. I made it too big. The chicken seems like a quick one. I don't know. I hope so. I don't think I'm going to make the chicken though. I think I'm going to make a Frankenstein bear because Hermie really wants to make that with me, and I think it's going to be fun for me to make it with other people. And the chicken is knitted. And I think I would definitely prefer crochet for stuffies. Because I like small fiddly things with crocheting way more than I like with knitting. And then I have seen a Cheshire cat knitted or crocheted stuffy that I also adore and I would like to make. I love the chicken, but I love the knitted chicken better than the crochet chicken, and I don't think I'm gonna make 2 or 3 stuffies, if I'm honest. There also isn't enough crochet for me. Yeah, there is barely any. Which I guess is fair because it is called the Vampire Knitting Club and not the Crochet Club. But I would have liked it. I think that if you own a yarn store, you should cater to both. Both buy yarn, so both can be your customers. So you better cater to both of your client groups. I would feel like. But unfortunately, this is reality. In real life, yarn shops, you see more knitting than crochet as well. I was more sleeting in about the book and the Xmas marks than knitting with this book. Yeah. But I liked it. And I loved the book, though. I love the reference about the book. I love that the book author was called Sanderson. Which is a very clear reference. I really like the stealing manuscripts, and yeah, I really enjoyed the plot of this book, if I'm honest. I really enjoyed it, and I think that is why I'm going to give it a 5. Because I liked it more than the 5th book, and that is also a 4. It is not, there's one book I gave a 3, and that is still my least favorite out of all of them. So I think I'm just going to give this a book a 5 because I enjoyed it so much. It's just fun. Done by the evil person a few books ago. Yeah. The evil person crocheted. So I don't know what that is saying about us when we were crocheting, but I'm fine with being the villain. I haven't completed the project yet. I was working on my tension for both knitting and crochet. Then we lost my father-in-law and I just haven't picked it up since. And Kate, that is so fair. That is such realist. You know, that is how it goes. That is how life goes, unfortunately. And if you need motivation to pick it back up, I'm very glad to be that motivation. For me, it is extremely relaxing. So I could deal with very hard stuff like that better with knitting. But I'm not sure if that is the case if you're just, starting. But yeah, if you need anything to start again, let me know. I also like the plot. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. But then again, we are also, a bookish community. So I figured a lot of us like this plot. It was nice to help someone instead of just solving a murder. Yeah, I feel that too. I feel that. Thank you. No problem, Kate. No problem. Let's talk about the 5th book. So let's talk about the drama book. The book with the drama club and the love potion. So first of all, if you're making a love potion, that is stupid. Every sort of media should have informed you that love potions you should just not touch. That is going to be a mess. It's going to be causing problems. Love potions are no good. Like any sort of media should have taught you no love potions. And then Lucy feeling that and not wanting to do and still letting her talk into, shame on you, Lucy, shame on you. Love potions, I don't know. Yeah, no. That Fi would get involved in that. That seems very charismatic for Fi. That seems to fit her character. But Lucy, come on. You know better than this. I was so upset with this. I was so upset. I'm like, no. Not the love potion. It's going to be so messy. And it was. It was extremely messy. To be fair, it was the grad students. Like, who thinks about, love potion is a mess on itself. Adding college students to it, that is diabolical. So who told them to do that? That is extremely stupid. And obviously that was not Lucy's fault, but yeah. I did think she would get murdered at Hospital first because of the overdramatic K-drama I saw before. Yeah. Fair enough. Obviously you were not alone. That's why they posted the vampires there, so. Shakespeare! There we go. Love potions are always, like, you should have been informed by now. This is the worst case you can do. Try anything else in that book, but not the love potion, right? Was just smart, and more because he's a newbie. Yeah, like, why? Why would you do that? I know. But I did really like that. They obviously had to go to the bad witch again. She is asking for a price for everything, and Denise is just like, here's $25. And she was all being dramatic, like, you can't put a price on this. And she's like, yeah, but it doesn't hurt. And that was the end of the discussion. So Faye is handling the bad witch very well, and I think that is very funny. Even legit folks are like, be careful with the stuff. Yeah, like, no, don't do it. Just don't. Why? No, yeah, you do not want to get involved in a love potion. That. Yeah, no. Don't trust the other witch. Yeah, she is not to be trusted. I honestly, I don't trust the witch as well as Faye. I don't trust the cousin either. Denise. I don't trust her. What I did really like was that one of the students was clearly a wizard. Specifically at the end, they, really showed that. And I'm very curious there, because he is apparently in the coven too. Because that's what she thought she had seen him in. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. If we're going to see him again as a wizard. Like, yeah, I don't know. That makes me curious. Seriously, she tried to steal your familiar. Fuck, yeah. And I love that Nyx is still very protected. As soon as she does something wrong, Nyx is getting involved. Like, he warns her immediately. And I really enjoy that. I do like Lucy got more confident with the Valentine book because Rave already believes in her powers. You mean this when she broke the spell? She also had something in kettle before they added stuff. Yeah, and that has never been talked about again. Because when they were all like, Lucy, it's you. You brought the negative energy, blah, blah, blah. I was like, now, Lucy, this is your time to shine and tell her, well, you had stuff in your kettle, in your cauldron. What's going on with that? I really wish that she did that, but no, she did not, and Granny had to fix it for her. I really want Lucy to stand up for herself a bit more, with her, especially with her family and the other witches. I absolutely don't believe her pre-boiled water knows. Yeah, me too. Like, no. I forgot the evil. Yeah, same. Also curious if we are going to see him back. Yeah. Yeah. That was a nice little confirmation when he said Blasby. Yeah. And, took her away and Blasby. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. I really did. So I hope we can see that more. Like, I don't know Lucy's age, but if they're sort of the same age, I would rather have him as a love interest, if I'm honest. I was glad when you told her she could break it, that she immediately came back with, why didn't you say that days ago? Like, yeah, maybe. Margaret! Yes, I think that's it. I think the evil witch is called Margaret, which feels like a very fitting name, actually. And I think it was hard of Rafe to not tell her days before. Like, why not? There has been so much drama. She has been through so much because of it. And you're not telling her that she can just break it. Like, when she wants to. That was really funny and fair. He could have said... Yeah, he could definitely said it before. I think he should have, if I'm honest. I think he didn't because he wanted Ian to mess up. And I think that's very unfair. I'm back! Hello, Lena! We are now on book 5 and we're talking spoilers, so welcome in, welcome in. If you still want to share something about book 4, please feel free to do so. I also like the actual witchcraft stuff brought into it, like doing no harm, no saying somebody be... Yeah, I really enjoyed that too. But I do feel like they sometimes... they badmouth Wiccan a lot. So that, yeah, I don't know. I'm not too pleased about that part. Because, you know, then they're always talking down on Wiccan, but they use a lot of Wiccan stuff. So that feels a bit double to me. Absolutely screwing my pasta. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And then it was nice to hang out with Grandma and Dad. Yeah, messing up was irritatingly convenient. I get it, but yeah. That's why I'm a bit angry about the kiss in book 5. Like, first we get Ian to kiss her in book 4. We're doing the whole dating scene. Then he fucks up because of the love potion. And then Rafe doesn't tell that, you know, she could fix it immediately. And then he kisses her. In the end, I was like, yeah, no, thank you. Now it's gonna be all dramatic. And I get it. I get that this is the time that you had to put Rafe in because Ian wasn't as trustworthy anymore, so they had to walk that out anyway. So if you want them to end up together and you want Lucy and Rafe to have their chance, this is the way to do it. Because, you know, he was pining over another woman, so he should accept that she has been kissed by another man. She did not initiate that. But it's gonna be such a mess, and I don't know. I'm not feeling the mess again. I think he was maybe waiting to see if Lucy would work out by herself, that she could break it. That's how he frames it. That's how he yeah, that's what he's suggesting he did. But then he kisses her almost instantly afterwards. Knowing full well, you know, after they have concluded that they both feel that Ian could suffer a bit with his wounds because, you know, he has been hurting her. So, yeah. Is that really true? Rafe is kind of manipulative, so... I think he might have done it because he wanted Ian to mess up so he could kiss Lucy. Because he has been wanting to kiss Lucy for a while, so. And he is the kind of gentleman that if she's involved with another dude, he's not doing it. I really didn't like that that he canceled their date for the other lady. Yeah, obviously. that is very intentionally done in this book, I feel like. I think that was to show what kind of mess a love potion can make. You know, and make you feel that mess more by following Lucy through it. I think that is why it's in there. I didn't like it either, but it sort of made sense. And it gave way for Rafe to step in. So I know it's clear what Lucy's doing when she's grounding and centering herself before a spell. I'm not sure they've gone over it. I don't think so. I don't think they gone over it, if I'm honest. I don't like Ian at all. He's really condescending towards Lucy. Yeah, and then Rave is very controlling. I don't. With that we talked about it, and yeah, I don't like any of them for Lucy, if I'm completely honest. Neither of them. And I was not alone. However, if you read Treases and Spells, you can absolutely see why Rave is in love with Lucy, and I would like it to happen for Rave's sake. Not for Lucy's sake. I don't think Rave is good for Lucy, but I think Lucy would be really good for Rave. If that makes sense. But I hope that the dude from Collie, that was a wizard. I don't know what age range Lucy has. If that is the same, I would love if Lucy would end up with a wizard, so she doesn't have to lie about herself to her partner. That is what I would like for Lucy, and that they also could have somewhat similar future, not like knowing that your partner is gonna live thousands of years after you. And have lived like hundreds of years before you. See multiple decades. Multiple centuries. I am already a bigger fan of Rave, but this book made it even more like that. Yeah. Fair enough though. Fair enough. I don't like the framing of, Ian is too busy with work for her. But like, Lucy has absolutely nothing to do but sit around and wait for a man or something. Yeah. Fair. Fair enough. For some reason, she keeps ending up to do half of his work. So, I think Lucy and Violet should be together, and they can be little witchy lesbians running the knitting shop, but I think lesbians makes anything better. So I would not mind the lesbian thing. I just do not like Violet, and I do not trust her. So I would have preferred her with any other witch. Not Margaret. I would also not prefer her with Margaret. Let's be clear. But yeah. I'm also not getting 100% straight vibes from Lucy. I think she might be bi. So I can see that happening, but I hope it's not with Violet. I don't like Violet. I was wondering if Lucy and Gemma were flirting when they went to the bar. Yeah, maybe. Gemma would have been a good partner. Gemma would have been... I would not mind if Lucy ends up with Gemma. I would not mind at all. Yeah, Violet is her cousin. Her niece. Her niece. She could try and learn how to knit for real if she's getting bored. Yeah, fair enough. She's trying though. This is the book where she took up squares again, right? So that she could to try and learn that way. And I thought it was funny because yeah, that is kind of like you try first squares with knitting and crocheting can be definitely a thing. And then them look not, starting out not looking like squares is also a real thing. So that was funny to me. Yeah, they are family. They are. Really, most characters having dude troubles would be better off finding a nice girl. Yeah. Not Margaret. Margaret is bad. We cannot have Margaret and Lucy in a relationship. I was getting flirty vibes from Lucy and Gemma. Yeah, I would not mind that at all. I would not mind that at all. That is also why I was like, I'm not sure if she's actually straight. She might be bi. Because of Gemma. But I would not mind if that stayed just a very good friendship. That would also be fine for me. Because I don't like when everything has to turn into a romantic relationship. I really want her to have a close, good friend. Whoever that may be. And then I want her to have a partner that is supportive and that she can be completely honest and herself with. Especially in book 5, Tulis was always saying how gorgeous and talented everyone was. Yeah. Fair. But I think that is more to put the college thing on in the writing, right? Like, they're actors, they're all very pretty. I hope she tells Alice maybe lost the vampire witch stuff. Yeah, that I hope so. I think if you want to keep your assistant, and if you have an assistant for a long time, you have to. I don't think she can keep it a secret for a long time with an assistant, if that is their full time. I don't think that is possible. Just want to have a reliable system, right? Yeah. The Charlie Alice thing was so yeah. I'm not a fan. But I did like that in the end his spell broke because he realized he was actually in love with Alice and not with somebody else. So I did like that. I think that was the one good thing that came out of the love potion. But I also think Alice deserves better. So. And we were getting there, and then, it took a turn, and she immediately was, all right, let's go. And then the marriage thing was extremely fast. I'm asking you to marry. Well, you never dated her, dude. Maybe start there. Maybe start showing her that you now actually know and that you actually care and, you're gonna be there for her too instead of she's just being there for you. That would be nice for her. And the audio narrator said Charlie weird. Really? It clearly didn't bother me because I didn't notice. Absolutely. I do think Ren and Sylvia are more than besties. Yeah. 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 That was my guess, actually. Yes. I hope so. Alice needs some confidence unrelated to stupid Charlie. That would be extremely helpful. Yes. I thought he was romantic and didn't love anyone for a bit, but I did like that it worked out for Alice at the end. Yeah. I like Alice, so, But that's also why I want her to have a good relationships, and I'm still not convinced Charlie can give that. It feels like, he's the kind of guy that sees something and then quickly falls back into old habits. So, yeah, I'm not sure how helpful that is going to be. Yes. Right? I think Granny is. Yeah, I see that. And I love Sylvia, so I would not mind at all. She does deserve so much better. He needs to do better from now on for sure. Yeah. And he doesn't feel like the guy who's going to do that, if I'm honest. So that's, yeah. I was a bit sad that she immediately was like, all right. If not, they should be. Yeah, they should. Alice is a pushover. She knows me. She's so capable. She is very capable. She just doesn't know it yet. But that's kind of the themes of the book, right? That's what's happening to Lucy. That's what's happening to Alice. And it was kind of happening to Gemma as well. So I think this series is just about women getting in their power. That would be amazing for Granny, yeah. Oh, Sylvia has her hands full now. But she can handle it. She can handle it. No questions, but. Doesn't mean we'll get a wedding book with a murder, though. That would be good. Yeah. Probably normally I would say, oh no, that is so cliche. But Nancy Warren, I would like to see that, right? Specifically with the Vampire Knitting Club. Yes, yes. I would not mind that at all. That would be fun, actually. That's solid. That's a solid analysis. Still annoys me. It does. Yeah, fair enough. Just fair enough. It is quite annoying, but I'm rooting for these girls. I'm rooting for them. I do like seeing women get in their power, so sometimes you have to suffer a bit for it. I love the detail of seasonal knitting display that Nyx just messes up for a nap. Oh, and I love that she specifically put out a basket of wools every single time, so Nyx can lay in it and people take pictures of their cat with the sign of the shop in front. I think that's genius. That is very well pet ownership there. Like, I like this. I like this a lot. In case I haven't said it. No, I don't think we talked about it before, but I absolutely agree. Just looking good with wedding and murder in book 8. There we go. There we go. That is so funny. How is that one called? Baubles and Broomsticks. Oh, I love that title too. Knitting bubbles is it can be very frustrating too. That's right, I forgot to put the sign there too. Yeah. And I think Nyx is doing it on purpose, but is also really enjoying a soft basket of wools. So I think it's a win-win for everyone, and I love it. It's easy if you accept that cats are in charge. Yeah, right? Just work with the cat. Are we still voting every live, or are we just assuming we always could? No, I actually wanted to ask. So shall I make a poll? I think most people liked it. Larissa didn't like one of the books. But you think otherwise? I have heard nothing but, good things. That is a quite aggressive no. I'm sorry. There we go. Please vote if you would like to continue with the Vampire Knitting Club. We already talked about if we go in this case, we can finish before the end of the year, so I assume yes, but if you do not want to, please let us know. Just, I would love to continue. Yeah, me too. A one-man book isn't going to stop me. No, I figured, Larissa. I figured that you were still gonna go yes, but I also want people to feel free to say no if they don't want to anymore. Like, please don't feel pressured. Because I know there was another book that you didn't like in it, so it was like maybe that, like, if it is 50-50, you might not want to. I'm really enjoying this though. I'm so happy with these books. I am possibly biased because I love Midsummer Night Dream. That, it's fair. You are allowed to be biased. I've been muttering, Lord, what fools these mortals be since high school. Oh, I love that. Fair enough, though. That is a very useful sentence. I can see you using that a lot. Boo! I found it. So next book is Fair Isle and Fortunes. Fair Isle is actually colorwork knitting, so that is fun. And I hope there's a fortune teller in this. With the tens and fortunes. What if the fortune teller at the local village fair is a witch? I'm gonna love it. Oh. So that sounds good. And then 7 will be Lace and Lies. So 6 and 7. So if we keep 2 every other month, and we do the last 2 in December, and then do that, there is one extra book, and it's festive special. So that would be the most fun to read in December anyway. So that month we can maybe do 3. Or in November and December we have that. So if we do 3 in the last 2 months, we have the whole series done this year. I'll be continuing if everyone votes no. Yeah, that, like, me too. So that's why I was like, please feel free to vote no. Because if we're like with the 3 of us that wants to continue, I can still host it. It is probably just not going to be on YouTube anymore. But I will be continue reading it, so we can just still talk with the 3 of us about it. I was less fan of the student, but yeah, still like all other characters and want to continue the series. Yeah, fair enough. You know what was annoying? At the end, when Lucy's about to expose the killer and waste time explaining the entire plot was applied to a bunch of theater nerds. Yeah, I felt that. I was like, why are you doing this? She almost lost me. She lost me there for a bit too. Until she was talking about the murder again. That's when she reeled me back in. Reno, yeah. That's like, they said that to her and I really enjoyed that. That would be fun. Yeah, right? Doing the whole series this year. Also, I despise student-teacher relationship. Every time, always, no. Yeah, like, no, ew. Please don't. The power dynamic is so off in stuff like that. That's not okay. That's a no. I think so. I think the last book was my least favorite so far. All right, all right. And as soon as Lucy described the theater lady as looking sexy, I thought, oh no, no, she's definitely a student. No, no, you were right. I was a bit shocked about the teacher-student thing, was also not a fan. Yeah, me neither. I'm always looking for it because I hate it most. Yeah. Yeah, same. Alright. I'm ending the poll. We're doing it. But I think that's everything I had to say about the books. So let me know your thoughts still, and your final thoughts if you have them before we end the live show. I will put in the Discord that we're continuing with books 6 and 7. I had more to say than I thought, and I loved it, Jess. I love it. It is very helpful to me. Sometimes I don't have a lot to say, and I'm very scared that the live show is not going well because of it, or that it will not go well because, what do I have to say, right? So it's very helpful if people have a lot to say. So the links on Storytel are in the Discord. It goes so fast already on book 5. Yeah, it does go really fast. And they're short. So I think that helps. Because every time it's like, oh, it's only like 3.5 hours. I can definitely do that. And then I just indulge myself a day in these books. Book 4 was a 4-star for me, and the 5th one was 2 stars. But overall, enjoying the series so far. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the series. Yeah, I did not expect to enjoy a Christmas vibe book so much in March. But I did. I really did. I'm currently in a don't want to rate anything phase, and that's fine. You don't have to. I know it's fun. I'll continue. That's what matters. It is. That is what really matters. I gave them both 4 stars. Love the characters so much. Yeah, the characters are really what are carrying these books for me. I listened to book. I listened to book 5 before bed last night, so definitely nice that they're short, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind doing these book clubs because they're so easy to get in, if that makes sense. And then we're also reading the teacup thing. Wait a second, I'll get it. So quick reminder that we're also reading Yesterday Crumb and A Storm in a Teacup this month for the Pinch of Mischief Middle Grade Book Club. Penny Sager. This is a trilogy and we will be reading the whole trilogy. But this is for this month. Just a quick reminder. I'm looking forward to this one. I really need a middle grade to be 500 pages so I can count it for her kid. I really like following Lucy's misadventures. Yes, same. Wouldn't it be fun if Alice was a witch and did some baking magic? Oh, that would be fun. Like Love Sugar Magic style, that would be perfect. But I'm very protective of my Love Sugar Magic books. I don't think they can do it as well. Like, it's so specific. Set in a family. I think the family dynamic in those books are very important. Then it has fall vibes all over everything. So that does help, obviously. But I would not be mad about a baking witch at all. I have 2 books already. Nice. Yeah, I only got the one. But that is because I know in April the countdown calendars for Advent season are coming online again. So I'm saving up to buy one. So I'm now very I'm trying not to buy too many books at once. Have you read Keepers of Lost City already? Those are big. No, I have not. Do you think I will like it? The third scanner is 560 pages. But do I like it, Kate? Will I like it? I really need to continue Scanner. I have all the books and yeah. Did you enjoy it? Well, I have all this Yesterday Crumb books for a while too, and I've only read the first one. Yeah, we're only reading the first one now. The second one will be in 2 months. Because this month we're doing this one. Next month we're doing Nancy Warren. Then we're doing the second book. Then we're doing Nancy Warren. Then we're doing the third book. Then we're doing Nancy Warren. We're doing series this year. I've been some during autumn and love the whole series. Oh. You know, I think I love 99% of the books you like. So maybe that is not a bad thing then. The books are in Dutch though on my audio service, so I'm not sure if I like that part, if I'm honest. I would probably prefer to read them in English. Oh, they are in English too. Alright, I'll save the first one. Just not in the series. And then the other one was The Lost City. Keeper of Lost City, yeah. I'm not sure if I like that one. I'm also not sure about Scanner. So. Who is the keeper of the lost city by? Because I can't find it, and it's probably because they're in Dutch on there. I already have them for a while, but still haven't read them yet. I say you would. There's magic, friendship, twist, and turns anymore. Yeah, then I probably that sounds like a book I like, actually. I'm so excited to reread Just Take Crumb and get to the third book. Oh, I'm excited about that. And Jess is also rereading the first song. Knitalong coming soon, maybe. You're gonna join me then. We can do it. But you're reading the third book, right? The fourth. You have just read them. I need to go on with finishing the climate book for tomorrow. Oops, I have anyone in it. Is anyone else reading it? Yes, Kate was still working on that. We can definitely stop here. I don't think there's anything more we need to say. Yeah, see? Larissa and Kate are both reading it. I have about 3 hours left. I'm about a quarter through. I've just been so tired in the evenings, but I'm really liking it. Alright. It felt a bit Percy Jackson. It's the Scanners books. Not sure why. Still need to continue. Alright. I didn't like Percy Jackson. There's Aragon, or the Never-Ending Story. I disliked Aragon. So, I'm not continuing. Liking it so far as well, but only at page 31. Oh, Inkheart. That is one I still want to read, though. Yeah. I'm on the last book of the Greenwald, and I think then I will find one of those series to do. Friends, make sure Barbara shows all the good pictures on the live show tomorrow. I can't make it, and I listen to the audio. Oh, yes, that would be nice. Please do so, then Jess can watch it back and watch all the good pictures. I'll gladly reread them. Yeah, well, we can do it. No, if it isn't, read the prequel that came out recently. Oh. Can't believe it didn't show up like America when you said, yeah, that's why I said it quietly. It was like, I cannot say this out loud too hard. He's gonna ask for divorce. Guys, I'm gonna leave you here so you can read the Barbara book for the Climate Club tomorrow. I hope that is gonna be a load of fun and you all can make it. Loads of reading vibes to you guys this weekend. And I hope to see you all back on Monday. Bye.